Good morning. It's day 29 of 36 channels in 36 days. Journeys into the I Am Mind. I'm kind of fussy this morning. Technology is I'm learning things about myself, maybe. So this morning yesterday I did not address the technology challenges. And this morning I am wondering why, because here we go. And it's the same systems and etc., etc. So, little small discoveries we make of ourselves. I've been fussing with which way to go, which device to use, and how to record. And one device gives me better sound quality, but the file's too big to post on the website. So we put it into YouTube and convert it and do some other things. So it's just been interesting that I haven't, as fussy as I get every morning around the technology, I haven't really devised a solution. Maybe one is going to pop out of the atmosphere, out of the universe, and Source will just fix it. I engaged in some avoidance behavior yesterday, is what I call it. I had a task to do, and I got interrupted, and it's not something I really want to do. So I decided to make a necklace instead. Actually, it's going to be a very pretty necklace. It's interesting. It's green. It's not green. It's not a color I wear a lot, or at all, really. But the stone is aventurine, and it's prosperity and heart healing. It's got a very soft, protective quality to it. And I'm putting it with chlorite, which is quartz included chlorite, and chlorite's the master healer. It's very clear with some green inclusions in it. And then my favorite stone for the moment is crocodile jasper, which is again another female energy stone, prosperity oriented, and it's green. It's heart healing, money healing. So this is going to be a very nurturing necklace for either me. I've been enjoying jewelry making, and none of it's really gotten to be sold yet. So that's been the other chuckle. But this is going to be a very nurturing necklace. And it was really interesting as I had all the beads sort of loose in this container, and I was looking at them and arranging and rearranging as I'm designing the necklace. It was kind of, this morning, it was kind of like pulling things together, pulling essence together or particles together to form something, and something emerges out of it, and it's really quite beautiful. So that is the preamble this morning. Starting a little late because I was fussy with the technology and the pulling together of things out of nowhere. Nothing. Our time together is winding down. Please, if you feel to put a contribution into the infinite circulation, and we greatly appreciate that. I'm grateful for the preamble this morning. It's kind of settled me down. So let's see what the guides have to say this morning. Namaste. Nuni eke na anani eke no yoko nani e na. Hello there. The vessel wants to retreat into this space of Anono Nieshke na Anana Yoko Okona. Enjoyment of the task and Onono Nieshke na releasing of the work. Yoko na Ieke na enjoyment of being here with us every morning, Yoshkona na Ieke, and the releasing of the work that follows, Yoko na Iena. Yononi Ieke na Nyoko. And in some ways it is the forging into new ground in that Nyokona, some tasks are not, there's not a process yet that's comfortable. Ono no Nieshkena. So, how often does that happen? Yokona. And not really seeing the end. Yeshkena no Yoko. So while these days and recordings will be something that she will treasure and appreciate, and always already does, Yokona Iekena. What is the end picture, and can you see it? Yokona nani Iekena. So at the end of 36 days, what is the end picture? Yokona Iekena. Will this just be a nice group of recordings and a remembering of a visitation with guidance, Yokona? The changing of a life, Yokona. The understanding of the subtleties, Yokona. Yoshkona Iekena, Yokona Aani Iekena. The ignition of a strengthened or new collaboration with Source, Iekona Niena. There's a wondering in Mercedes' mind this morning as well that she didn't mention Anana Yoshkona Iekena. This pulling together of energy, or pulling together the beads in a necklace emerges, the Yokona, a design, beauty, functionality somewhat. Anoni Yeshkona emerges. She was wondering about the interplay of divine source, the use of the words divine source energy versus God. Yeshkena, and she was wondering what the differences were, and when she uses God versus divine source energy, Yokona Iena. Because the melding together of particles, the melding together of words, Ononi Yeshkena, Yokona Iena, she was wondering if each bead was a word, what the sentences would look like, Yokona Iena, and what the message might be, Yokona Iena. We've talked so much about Ononieke, your entry into the infinite all, Iekena, through your infinite self, or your unified infinite self, Onononieshkena. But there is a true beauty to creation, Iokona Niekena, Ononi Yokoniena. And today we would like you to consider Onananieshkenananiyoko, the beauty, the coming together, the divine synchronization. For all things come together through this energy we call Source. And the particles and the energetic fields are arranged, and the miracle of life, a manifestation occurs. Isn't this really the spiritual truth? Onononieshke, we say God is in everything and everyone. Onononieshke, and this essence transforms and never dies. Onononieshkena, these particles of magnificence, this essence of source, Yokona Yekena, dynamic, moving, ever flowing, arranging and rearranging, Onononieshkena, transitioning from source energy to density to source energy, Yokona Iena. How you arrange and rearrange Yokona, these magnificent particles of energy, Yokona Iekena, and what you see, Yoshkona na Iekena, is the very essence of Onono Nieshkena, the universe, the multiverse, God, Source. Onono na Yoshkona Iekena. So, Creator, we mean you. Onono Nieshkena. How are you arranging your magnificence today? How are you arranging the energy and the particles, Yokona Ieshkena, so that they are beautiful in your life today? Yoshkona Niena. Sometimes Yokona Ieshkena when she attunes to it or pays attention to it, Mercedes can see the individual particles, the essential nature of a thing. Have you ever looked at something and attuned to its essential nature? The essence of its very source, It is interesting because at the basis of all is this essential, quintessential. That was the other word that came this morning. Quintessential, onononieko, energy. Malleable, onononieko. It forms yokona ieke through Creator. That which you design, onononiyoshkona, and bring forth. Everything is this quintessential essence. It is at the very formation of all things. No, yashkona ieke na. We have said yokona nieke na to expand your love filter, placing your hands on your heart, ononoyeshke, and saying, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, in your name. I love you, Mercedes, I love you, I love you. Spending time with yourself, ononoyeshke na. This is a remembering and a revitalization of your quintessential essence, your source, creator energy, the divinity within you. Onononoyeshkena. We spoke of the spiritual sacred seeds and spiritual truths with an S, iekena nanonioko. We did not speak of the spiritual truth, singular, omnipresent, omnificent, energy, divine, source. At the very at the very at the very foundation of existence, of being. Everything and everyone, Anononieshke, is an arrangement of this energy. Anononieshke na. Everything and everyone is the essential, quintessential source. Anononieshke na. You can take some time, Yokona. Actually, the most fun is to see the energy of self, Yokona iekena. Taking some time, Anona Yoshkona iekena nanioko. When Mercedes first experienced this, the room was darkened, Yokona iekena, and her brain had release the busyness of the day. Yokona Yekena. And she had stretched her arm outward. Oh no no Yeshko, and she could see the particles of her hand. Yokona Yekena. The room was darkened. Yokona Yekena. But could you just imagine seeing the quintessential nature of your very being, your energy? The energetic you. She has played with this and seen the energetic Yoko Niena energy of the environment. Yokona Niena. Yoshkona. It is play to see the quintessential nature of all things. Yokona Niekena. It is real. Yokona Nieke. As you soften yourself, Yokona Niekena, and become connected to this very divine space. It is like moving yourself from Anonieshkena being a drop in an ocean, Onononieke, to being source as source. Onononioshkonayena. Quintessential. Onononieshkena. So the energy is moved and configured and adjusted Onononieshkena and birthed Onononieshkena and transitioned Iekena. Particle by particle, space by space. Onononieshkona Iena. Onononiekena Iokona Yeshki Yokona. We are quiet this morning. Onononieshkona Iekena. Onononioko Ikena. Releasing the brain and softening your eyes. Yoko Nononiyoko. Allowing yourself to come into breath. And just focusing on breathing. Not breathing with a rhythm in mind or no, just your breath as you breathe in and breathe out. focusing on the space that we call the infinite. Seeing its texture, its color, or its nothingness. Going nowhere, doing nothing, forming no thing. It's being in this space, presenting yourself as infinite to infinite. Allowing yourself to release the heaviness or the density that surrounds you. Releasing the thoughts of the day. Allowing yourself to see nothing in the nothingness. See no thing, hear no thing, be no thing. Mm. Yeshkena Ananan Yoko Kona. I am the quintessential essence of the Holy Divine. Ananana Yeshkena. I am divine source energy. It is important, Yeshkena Nanani Yoko Naniina, as important as everything else we've discussed, Yekena Nanani Yoko. You spend moments in the quietude, Yokona, just being. Ananana Yoko, just being the divine source that you are, Yeshkena Nanani Yoko. Who has spoken with much gumption and enthusiasm, Ononono Yoshiko, about planting into the all, Yokona Iekena. Infinity to infinity, Yoshikona Iekena. Now allow yourself to be the all, to be source, Yokona, to meld into this Ononono Yoko, undescribable Ononono Yoshiko wave, Yokona Iena. Yoko Yekena Nani Yeshkena Yokona Yekena. When Mercedes' paintings began to emerge, Yokona, she called the space the zone of the imperceptible, Yeshkona Yekena. She would say the paintings would emerge from the zone, Yokona Yena. But the landing field had to be available, Yoshkona Yekena. The allowing, the allowance, Yokona, the availability, the knowing of the space, Yokona. Inono Yoshkona Yekena. We plant the seed, Anono Yoko, and anticipate the harvest, Yokona Yekena. But through this space of source creator, Yokona, through this space of you as the allowing creator, Yokona Yeshkena. Magnificent, Anonoyeke, unexpected, Yokona. That which you could never imagine or could not imagine for yourself, Yokona. Beyond the five senses, Yokona, and enter the sixth and beyond, Yokoya Kena. There is a connection to the very quintessential essence of the makeup of being, Yokona Yokona. Allowing yourself access to the space, Yokona Yekena, allows yourself to be Anonoyoko, creator, Yokona, beyond Yekena, what you perceive your limitations to be, Yokona Yena, what you perceive to be Yokona, truth or reality, Yekena Nanoyoko. This is the quintessential truth, Yokona Yekena, that you vibrate beyond that which you can perceive, Yokona, transform, Yekena, wish or desire, Yekena Nanoyoko. Onono Yoshkona Iekena Ananayoko. We would say it's almost like attuning to the field of miracles. Onono Iekena. Attuning your source to source itself. Yokona Iekena. Ananayoko Iekena. We'll rephrase that. Ananana Oyokona Iekena. Attuning yourself as source into the source that you are, Yokona Iena. Beyond yourself, beyond your knowing. Onona Yeshkena Oyoko Kona. Get curious about the essential nature of things. Look, Yokona, and see each Yokona Ieke beyond the colors and hues that are in your present reality, Yokona Ieke na. And see Yokona Nanieko, the spiritual truth, Yokona, contained in everything. Onono Yoshkona Ieke na. Onono Niyoko Ieke na. You may even talk to it and say, your purpose is joy. My purpose is joy. We have something in common. My vision is love, and you are love. We have something in common. I am divine source, and you are divine source. We have something in common. Yeshkona Iekena Ieko Kona. When you see divine energy, divine source in this way, Iekena Nananioko. Iakona Iekena, you are tuning to the subtleties of that which is not seen, Iokona Iekena. And as you understand these vibrations, Iokona, and these vibratory sequences, Iokona Iekena, it awakens you, Iokona Nananioko, to understanding the very quintessential nature of truth, of source, Ananananioshkona, of love and joy, Iokona Iekena, and of peace, Iokona Iena. It expands you beyond that which you see, Iokona, and it gives you the curiosities and the miracles, Onononoyeke, and the understanding of the divine nature, Iokona, of everything. Onononoyoshkona Iekena Aani Ioko Okona Iena. This is the true teaching, Iokona Iena, to look into the nothingness, Iokona, and seeing all. Onononoyeshkena. Breathe, Iokona Nanayeke, with a new comprehension, Anananioko, of the essential essence, Iokona, of the rhythms, Onononieke, the energy, Ieshkona, of the particles of manifestation, Iokona Iekena, and the brilliant miracles of life, Iokona Iekena, and seeing Ieshkena Nananioko, the beauty, Iokona, the purposes and the reasonings, Iokona Iekena, Anananioko, and coming into comprehension that Onioko Ieke, beyond that which you can see, touch, feel, Anananioko, and desire, Ieke Nananioko, is more than you ever could have imagined by yourself. Ononononi Yeshkona Iena. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Oh no, 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 Yeshko now. We love you, we love you, we love you. We love you. And we bid you adieu.